So the topic I want to go over today is lighting. Whether it be lights for show, lights for go, we all love our off-road lights, especially on our Jeeps. You might want, some people like light bars, some people like the round lights. I'm a fan of kind of everything. I'm not really picky on what I like. If it works, I like it. If it looks good, I like it. So, we're just going to go over what I'm currently running on the Trail Trooper and just give you guys an idea of what you could possibly run on your rigs. So just stay tuned. So the first thing I want to show off is these new 5-inch lights I just put on the front. I got these things off Amazon. They're pretty cheap. I think they were about $30 a piece. But one of my favorite things about them is they're actually spotlights. A lot of these lights are labeled as spotlights, but they end up being more like a floodlight. Well, I can tell you these actually throw some light out, and they're pretty focused. They're a great addition to the lights I've got on top. I know my light bar on top kind of does a wide throw, but these things are super directional. I also like the fact that they've got these red trim rings. They're easily removable. You can see they've got some bolts around the edge, little tiny screws. Just take those out and you can paint these any color you want. I actually went back over these with a little bit brighter red than they were to match my tow hooks, and I just think these things came out great. A lot of you guys seen I just redid this front end. It was sticking out a little bit more when I did it. I ended up pulling it closer, and I'm super happy with it. I redid these light tabs, put them on the back side. When I originally had them, they came on the front, and I didn't like how far they pushed the light out. So I ended up cutting those off, re-welding them. I cut off the outer tabs, and I'm just in love with how much more simple this thing looks and clean. All right, so up top, we're running the Rola roof rack. I get questions all the time how I get this thing to set lower, and it's sitting basically on some crossbars I got off Amazon, and then those are just bolted straight down instead of using the risers that come with it. You can just take the factory bolts that hold these rails down and just replace it with a longer bolt. I'm not sure on the size, but you can just take that to the hardware store. A lot cleaner look. But back to the lights, we're running the Rough Country 30-inch single row. This is their Black Series, I believe it's called. 30-inch fits perfect across the front of this thing. Looks good. The light output is phenomenal on this thing. I know one issue with some of these light bars is moisture getting in it. Let me tell you, I've had this thing on since last December, and it's held up awesome. No issues with moisture inside, nothing. So I highly recommend it to anyone. It's budget friendly. Prices are on the Rough Country website. I don't know them off the top of my head, but I'll put a link down in the description for you guys to go to. But as you can see, best way to mount these light bars on top so you don't have to drill into anything. I know some people like to run mounts right here that go up along the windshield. I personally don't recommend it because it requires drilling, and if you're like me, you like to change things up and you get tired of stuff. So honestly, the rack's the way to go. I got these mounts off Amazon. Basically, they just clamp the rack, and you can just adjust them to where you want the light bar to sit. I personally like this position because it basically blocks wind noise. So I don't have any wind noise. I had this thing set where I didn't have the fairing for the rack on, and I had it in the center, and I got tons of noise. So, you know, with this setup, basically all the wind's going right over that bar, so you're not having to worry about wind noise. But that thing fits perfect in there. Great amount of light. You don't really need a double row bar up here, you know, a little bit extra light, but honestly the single row is, you know, perfect fit for up here. Moving to the back, we've got the 12-inch bar, and basically I use this thing as a supplement to my reverse lights. And you know, when I'm out, when it's pitch black out, you know, you can't, you know, your reverse lights are okay, but you need something a little more, especially maybe if you're just sitting there and you want to throw the back on, you need to get something from behind the Jeep. You know, the extra light back there really helps. You can just flick it on, you know, perfect amount of light back there. You don't need the same size as the front and the back, just because, you know, you're only using it in a pretty short period of time. So that small one works perfect, plus, you know, save the extra money from going with a smaller one in the back. And then I've shown you guys before where I run my wiring just straight down to the taillight and then back up through the firewall. Super clean. I can remove this thing anytime I want. You know, I got zip ties, just holding the wire up to there. See my 5-gallon tank up there. But yeah, I mean, you don't need, if you want to buy rigid lights, you know, go ahead. I mean, if I could afford them, I would. I just know they're super expensive. And, you know, just give these rough country light bars a chance. I don't think they'll let you down. They look good. I really like the black insides of these. Chrome ones, you know, look kind of gaudy up there, so these blend in a little bit more. I don't normally park this thing in there, but I just want to get, you know, this video in. Storms are coming in, so I want to get this thing shot tonight, so it gets you guys a new video up to check out. But give you guys a little walk around. I don't have my decorations on anymore. I ended up taking those off. Yeah, this thing's super tight in my garage. You can see it almost backs up all the way against the wall with that tire carrier on there. All right, guys, so now you've seen the setup and, you know, current products I'm running. Hopefully if you guys have any questions, I'll answer them. And kind of want to end the video with some output shots of the lights, just so you guys get an idea if you want to go out and purchase some. I can't give any more compliments about the performance of the rough country light bars. You know, save yourself some money over buying the rigid lights or the Baja design lights. I mean, if you've got the money, spend it. But if you're looking for something budget friendly, this is the way to go. So just to finish out the video, here's some output shots. Hope you guys enjoyed my little review. Till next time, happy Jeeping.